full of companies who are capable of doing that. Does that mean the investment universe for our viewers and for the hundreds of financiers who are here, there's not so many choices for them?
Well, not quite. There's going to be more choices. There have to be new entrants. But what is fascinating is that out of the top 10 global renewable developers, 8 are European. You know, this is Europe's Silicon Valley, if you will. And it's a unique...
Is the capital available for those? And that is unique because we are so far behind, and I'm not proud of saying so, in so many sectors globally, but we have a head start then potentially in renewables?
Yeah, we had a head start. I mean, up until 10, 15 years ago, roughly half of the renewable installed in the world were in Europe. Small Europe, right, versus the globe. With the Inflation Reduction Act, the United States potentially are quickly catching up. They could actually, in terms of targets, starting to leapfrog Europe.
I spoke about this briefly with Michele, so I don't want to go on too much of the same ground as well. But is the response from Europe going to happen at a corporate basis, or it needs to happen at a pan-European basis, or country by country?
It's a little bit of everything, actually, to be fair. Probably if you put a chain of events, it has to start from Europe, has to be implemented locally, state by state, and I think the rest will just happen automatically. I'll give you an example if you want. Essentially, the biggest bottleneck that at the moment stops the further acceleration of renewable investments is permitting. People wouldn't know it, but it actually takes 4, 5, 6 years on average to have a very basic wind farm or a solar park to be fully authorized. That is not acceptable given the targets that REPowerEU has established. The EU has a goal to reduce permitting to 1 year. That would be a game changer because the pipeline is abundant, is there. There are projects. We're not lacking projects.
But there has to be a logical reason why it is 3 to 6 years at the moment. I mean, whether it be environmental safety rules, the importance of that asset in that region and the connectability to a wider grid as well. So can you really get that down to 1 year process from the previous time frame?
Well, that's the big challenge over the next year and a half to be implemented. Now, our idea is the following. At the moment, permitting is really very much based on heavy paperwork. That has to be digitalized. Also,
it's not digitalized already?
Not fully.
All I hear about is the COVID recovery plan is all about digitization. You're not telling me that Brussels is talking the talk without walking the walk, are you?
Well, they're trying to walk the walk. It's at the country level that now the walk has to happen.